Welcome to All Things Marketing Podcast, the podcast that talks all things marketing for both franchise and multi-location marketing leaders. ATM is brought to you by PureDriven. We'll show you how to turn your brand into a money-making machine. Here's your host, Steve Rockwood.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ATM. My name is Steve Rockwood. I am the marketing manager at PureDriven. Today, we are going to talk about the importance of a monthly strategy call. I am joined by a first-time special guest, Joel Rygh, a client marketing strategist at PureDriven. Joel, how are we doing today?
Hey, Steve. I'm doing well today. Thanks for letting me join.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you. You are the fourth client marketing strategist that we've had on the show, and there are currently 4 client marketing strategists at PureDriven. So I know we had you scheduled a while ago, but our schedules just kept clashing, so we finally got you. So
yeah, I finally made it.
You made it. Steve. Thank you for coming. Today we are going to talk about the importance of a monthly strategy call. So this is something that you as a CMS at PureDriven have with your clients every single month. Of course, the clients or yourself can call them at different times, but this is basically the monthly time that you always talk to them to make sure everything's going smoothly. So I just have a few questions for you because you are the main operator here on these. And my first question is just, what should a franchisee be prepared to bring for a monthly strategy call?
Yeah, so that's a great question. The monthly call is really a critical time for us as a marketing agency to really get feedback on how the store is doing. So it's really important to connect with stores, and for us, it's important to find out, for instance, how is the store performing? What was last month like? How were the sales? What's inventory like? Are there any issues in the store? Is staffing going okay? All of that, the more information that we can get, the better, just because it helps us strategize better when it comes to the marketing.
Yeah, definitely. And then on that end, I guess, how important is the note-taking aspect of it as you finish up a call? Do you kind of keep notes so that everyone's on the same page, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we definitely keep notes and follow up on any kind of events or things that are coming up that affect the marketing. So we definitely keep notes. I know a lot of the stores I work with, they also take notes as well, because there's often things on their side of it that they need to follow up with as well. Certain kinds of posts on social media that we're unable to do as far as getting store product on. And so they will take notes on their end as well to follow up with the items that they need to take care of. Definitely.
It is a nice way to work with each other there, the partnership. So I know that they're bringing the events and the past month's performance. What should the agency be bringing, or yourself? What should you be bringing to the monthly call when you're talking to these owners?
Yeah, so we as the agency will give a summary, usually a summary of how things are performing. So we at PureDriven, we have monthly reports that our technicians put out, so we can walk through those reports as to how ads are performing. Also, as a strategist, we bring strategy ideas, and this is kind of a mutual thing between us and the franchisee, but a lot of franchisees already have events planned out, which is helpful to know. But we also try to come with ideas as to, hey, here's what some other stores are doing that might be effective for you. Here's some ideas we have that we think would work really well for marketing. So we come with strategy ideas that will help the store as well to help plan. And we like to, on our end, we like to really plan at least a month or two ahead of time. The further out we can plan, the better, just because it gives us some time to think through things. We have a creative team that can help produce images if we need to. So if we have more lead time to know what events are happening, that's really helpful to us.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I know I'm actually a technician here at PureDriven, and it definitely helps having that time ahead to know that you can schedule stuff and get the creative and the messaging out there correctly, because you don't want to rush everything. Actually, I wrote a blog post yesterday on the PureDriven.com website, and one of the tips in there is to plan ahead so that you can create all your content before it's actually due, because it actually gets quite difficult if you're trying to do everything the day of.
Yes, definitely.
Well, then my final question for you, Joel, is it sounds pretty important, but just how important is a monthly strategy call?
Yeah, I would say it's critical. It's critical to marketing. The closer we are to stores, the more information we have on stores, the better it is. It serves your marketing better. I think of it as if I cannot connect with a client on the phone to get an update, and if I go even a couple of months without being able to really connect on the phone, then it's almost like flying blind. We're kind of having to guess as to what we think would be the best approach for marketing, what would be the best types of ads to run. And so it really makes it difficult for us. So it definitely is very, very important to, even if it's a 5 to 10 minute quick call, hey, here's what's going on in the store. Here's what you need to know that's coming up. 5 to 10 minutes can make a world of difference when it comes to marketing. So I would say it's absolutely critical to the marketing side of things.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of builds a trust between the agency and the owners and the store, because you're doing this monthly, so you're not deciding to only talk when results are really good, right? You're going to talk every month no matter how the store went. Maybe, the store might not have performed well that month, or maybe there was a mistake in the marketing, or maybe the weather was just really bad, so the store's numbers were down.
Yep.
But no matter what, you're going to be talking to them every month, and that builds a trust between the two, because you're not only calling them when, hey, we got good news, we know your store's doing great, and we think we did it.
Yep. Yeah, and I agree that you kind of alluded to that as well, but that is part of the marketing, is if a store is having some rough months, part of our side of the marketing is making those adjustments. Is there anything we can adjust? Can we try something different on our side to try to improve the store performance? So it is really important, and relationship is huge to myself on calls. And I know it's a huge deal to PureDriven. That's a big part of what we do, is we build relationships, because we know when it comes to like the franchisees we work with, that these stores are their livelihood. That's how they make a living. It's their bread and butter. And so that's important to us. And we want to build those relationships to help people out as much as we can.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta love the relationships. Joel, that's about all I have for you today. Do you have anything else to add to this, or should we wrap this one up?
No, I just can't urge franchisees. This is such a critical part. Like I said, even if I think a lot of people think of a monthly call or a monthly meeting as, oh, I have to give up an hour of my day. And it really doesn't. It can be 5 to 10 minutes just for a quick update. But that connecting point is absolutely critical to your store performance and the marketing that we do. So.
For sure. Well, Joel, thank you for joining me today. It's nice to have you. I'm sure we'll have you again one of these days, and we'll talk about maybe something similar or maybe something completely different. You never know what you're going to get here at ATM. That is all we have time for today, everybody. Thanks for joining me, Joel, and thank you for listening to the podcast. We'll catch everyone here next time on ATM.
You just listened to All Things Marketing Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast to catch every new episode every day. Want to be a guest on the show? Sign up at puredriven.com/guest. See you tomorrow here at the ATM.